Well, good morning. Been sitting here this morning answering all the emails that came in from the time I went to bed last night till I got up this morning. Spent just about an hour responding. Anyway, today I'm going to title this Light Workers on the Dark Side. Quite a few people have already watched the video yesterday of my talk at the New Way, Awakening to Our Divine Gifts. And as I got midway into that talk, I was waiting for the overdrive to kick in. As I intended to share, where we are now in a more passionate way, and the passion just didn't come, which, as I plainly indicated yesterday, both in writing and after the talk itself, and in the talk somewhat, was disappointing to me. But I realize as I meditate on it before I even got out of bed this morning, this is a huge subject. I mean, tremendously huge. One of my friends that was there yesterday in Cocoa sent me an email complimenting me on the message, but she listened to the message that I did yesterday morning about the anticipation of the day, and she wrote, and I'm picking her up in the middle of the email, "I wish you had a glossary on the side of your video because I don't understand all the lingo. Dark side? Light side? Fear-mongering? Potential evil? Not sure what you mean. So much of what you say resonates with me, and yet you lose me with some of your lingo. I have my own lingo. In life, when I am not blocking or resisting, I am going with the flow and opening up to more of all that is. The idea of dark, middle, light no longer works for me. To me, it's pinching off the source through resistance. There never is a dark side." I hear you, Judy. I hear you very clearly. Ah, the paradox. Human experience is in duality. And more accurately, from my point of view, it is in polarized duality. Again, I've never seen anything so dramatically wrong with the idea of duality. Only when the poles become polarized is there an issue. But we live and have our experience as humans in this polarized reality that many mystics and others call the illusion or Maya. From the God perspective, Judy, and everyone else, it is absolutely correct that there is no dark side or light side. There is therefore no middle. It's all one thing. It's all that is. So from the God perspective or the divine perspective, there is no polarization even. It's all one operation called consciousness knowing itself. That's what I'm just calling it right now. I don't know what others call it, and it doesn't matter. But oh, this glossary. In our human experience, it appears that there are two sides at war with each other. That's the human experience. Appearances and emotional attachment to the appearances on one side or the other, which is what polarization is. It's an emotional attachment to the light side or the dark side because of what is perceived to be gained by being there. From the God perspective, from the divine perspective, which now we are integrating into the human experience. That's the mission in the ninth wave, to make that which has been unconscious conscious. To make the human experience of polarization conscious, to become aware of it. And when I bring into my consciousness the divine perspective that it's all one, that there's unity in everything, then I recognize this little phrase that's symbolized in this little phrase that Spirit gave me, or that I thought of a few days ago: light workers on the dark side. Because from the divine perspective, we're all light workers. That's all there is. In the whole universe, there are only light workers. Because every sentient being is a part of divinity, a part of God, a part of the Creator. All creation actually is part of the Creator and is light in various stages of being turned on or turned off at the extremes, totally on or totally off. But the truth is, from the divine perspective, totally off doesn't even exist. Yet we experience, the paradox. We experience the illusion. We experience from the human perspective the lights being turned off, and that's called dark. That's the dark side of our experience. Is it reality? Yes, it's the reality of experience. It's not the reality of eternity. And this is the enigma, the conundrum that we face as we integrate the opposites within ourselves. As we stop the resistance to the flow of life, stop the war, stop the battle raging within us. We do it within our own being. Consciously, we make a choice consciously to say, I'm going to love it all. Because as I said yesterday, if we do not love it all, we don't love at all. Because it's all God. It's all the Creator. It's all the creation. And we are responsible, that is, we are able to respond to every bit of it. 100% responsibility to every bit of what is going on. There's nothing to escape. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to get away from. Hear me plainly. There's nothing to get away from. There's nothing to deny or to hide. There is only love. And love is accepting the illusion as well as the eternal reality. It's accepting them both. It's the dance between the above and the below. But there is no above and below. You're right. There is none. But that's not the experience of being human. And now again, we are taking the unconscious things and making them conscious. And it's happening throughout humanity. How do you heal those that don't get it, that seem to be working for evil? And remember what evil is. It's living it backwards. But that's part of the divine gift that we've been given. The courage to create, the freedom to create the opposite of what is real, and to actually experience our own creation. And so, with the knowledge that it's all one, and the love that we're able to use to embrace all of it, we transform what appears to be the dark side. and the light workers that are there on the dark side, by embracing them, the proverbial they that are against us, we transform them in us by loving that part of us, and then it no longer needs to be expressed from outside, because now it's healed, made whole within us. These are difficult things for the mind to get itself around, because it's not, as another writer this morning that I read, it's not of the mind's nature to grasp such things. It is the nature of the heart. It's that long distance between the brain and the heart. And the heart is more powerful than the brain, according to Heart Math Institute and others' modern science. It puts out a lot more energy. So as we're able to get our hearts around what's in our minds and connect the two and build that bridge between the mind and the heart, or the brain and the heart, as we're able to build that bridge, we transform the way we see things, but it also transforms the way we are. It's a new humanity that's no longer trapped in the polarization process of experiencing this side or that side, but not both. And so that's the glossary that you would like to have me explain or put up on the things so you understand what I'm talking about. Everybody, again, is a light worker. Why? I repeat, because light is the only reality. It's the eternal reality. It's all light. But creation divides between the light and the dark for the purpose of experience, for the purpose of knowing itself. I don't know any other way to explain it. But all of the Illuminati and these people that seem to be doing such dastardly things on our planet, polluting, and I mean, when you understand what's going on and you're not afraid to look at what's actually happening, what we're actually doing in our world, and I say we, because the Illuminati and the people that are pushing the New World Order, they seem to be the ones that are doing it. But no, it's actually a display of our own human collective consciousness that has to be healed individually, one heart, one soul at a time. And we can only do that by seeing and knowing what's going on and being able to make the conscious choice to love it all, or to continue our charade of trying to get away from it, thinking we can stamp out the darkness or what we don't like or the negative. We can't do that. It's an exercise in futility, as many of us are learning. It doesn't work. Our religions don't work. Our philosophies don't work because they've been grounded and based totally in the polarization, in the war of the ages, the battle of the worlds. There are no worlds. There's only consciousness. We create the worlds to experience ourselves and to know ourselves for the first time. I'm dealing with a very difficult subject and hopefully making it clearer for some of you. This is what the ninth wave is all about. This is what the opening of the underworlds. It's the opening of our unconscious and making it conscious. And when we do that, everything changes. The paradigm shifts everything quickly. Yet it seems like a process. This is happening really fast. And it's a beautiful thing. And there's going to be more tomorrow and probably the next day. And who knows what I'm going to be talking about each day. I'm not sure myself. But I'm going to leave you with this today. Something to chew on, something to think about, something to feel. Namaste. Be beautiful today because you are. Every one of you is beautiful. Bye.